Hey guys, what's up? So I did something yesterday that I don't know, it's kind of interesting because I kind of called myself out on it. I don't know, it was weird. I just wanted to tell the story because it's I don't know, it's interesting to me. I was like, yeah, Bethany? Okay. So, and I have no shame, so I don't care what I say, what people think. I just don't care. So yesterday, I called my ex and I was like, and we don't talk. And even when we were talking or we were on good terms, we didn't talk. And so I'm blocked, whatever. And I assumed that because it's not an uncommon thing to happen. So even if I'm not doing anything wrong, but that's besides the point. But the point is that I called him and I was desiring to have sex with him really bad. Or desiring sex in general, but I don't fuck anybody. I only fuck him. So it's if I want to if I want to have sex, I have to call. Well, wow, Bethany, you have to? No, you don't. It felt like the comfortability. Okay, let's just say that. Plus, I'm not a girl that's just gonna go find somebody and just fuck them. So I'd rather go to somebody or the last person or whatever that I was just messing with because, you know what I mean? I'm not a whore. So, and I'm not, I have went 3 years without having sex with pretty much anybody, except for him. And I'm glad that I did that though, and I stayed faithful to him, and I did that because it's not because I wasn't, but because it's not taken that way. I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is I had a sex addiction. So when he wouldn't be around that much, I would have to learn how to cope with not being able to use sex as a release or a coping mechanism or anything like that. So I never used it as a weapon though. I could though. I could. But I would never do that. And I don't need people, no. But no, so during the 3 years of only really having sex with him, whatever, it was I learned how to be able to control myself, unless it came to him, with not having sex with anybody. You know what I mean? Plus I didn't really have any desire to. I don't know. And I still really don't have any desire to have sex with anybody else, but I have the desire of having sex, and that's what the point is. So something recently happened between us and it's toxic, it's unhealthy, and I'm not a toxic, unhealthy person. I'm very stable, and I got my shit together for pretty much the most part. I don't fight with people. I don't lie. I don't have to because I don't have anything bad that I'm doing, that I'm hiding. I'm not, I don't manipulate things. I don't play games. I don't play mind games. I don't have to do that in order to get what I want, say what I want to say. I have good communication. I can be vulnerable. I'm not toxic. But when it comes to him, I am. And I will be. Not really, but I can be. I can be. But I'm really not. Because I either won't deal with whatever he's trying to fucking do, or I'll just let him do it and just be whatever after. So the point is that I called him And I knew he wasn't going to call back. Like, I already knew. So going into it, and not because he doesn't like having sex with me, but because he does like having sex with me. So that's why he won't. Plus, whatever. But he won't come around me because he doesn't want to like me. And it's weird because I say ex. So, we can thank his family and friends for that. I was thinking about when I was doing this video, and then my brain started going into that situation. I was like, imagine if I just start talking about that. But you know what? It's not me talking shit about them. It's me giving examples of what people do to ruin your life. Because they ruined his life, pretty much, for their own hidden agendas, intentions, benefits, manipulating, because he's a good guy. And it's he wasn't coming around X, right? He wasn't really coming around because they were telling him that, because we got in a fight, there was a problem. And this was 3 years ago. And so he was told that pretty much if he didn't talk to me, he blocked me, he manipulated the situation, pretended he didn't want to be with me or have anything to do with me, that I would get addicted to him, or that I would chase him, or that I would, blow him up all the time. Now, I will say this. In the beginning, I did, but completely different reasons, because this could not be, because this could be a manipulating tactic to make it look like you did something wrong, so you do run after them, because you're like, how can I fix this? Because you can have abandonment issues, okay? So this does not come from actual neediness or desperation for me. It was coming more from, I need to know what I did so I can learn from it and so I can fix it for the future. And it's like he wasn't giving me that validation to be able to do that. Mind you, this is 3 years ago. I don't give a fuck now. So I don't need his validation. I don't need anybody's fucking validation, especially his fucking friends and family that I don't even fucking know, but they want to talk shit about me, even though they don't know me, but they know me enough, I guess, to know that I'm fucking amazing to want to talk shit so he doesn't be able to have a good relationship or a good life, because they will never have what he will have. Could have had. Never. Ever. This is the thing. Do not take advice. Okay. When we are growing up, if we grow up indecisive and we really can't make that decisions for ourselves, it's a lot of the reasons is because we never were able to do that. And maybe when we did, we didn't make the best decisions. And so, whatever. But when we don't know what to do, sometimes you do know what to do, but you're used to not doing what you should do. So there's a tug and pull. And you would think a person would obviously know what to do. But it's if you have trauma and you were brought up having everybody tell you what to do, that's what you're used to. So you go to people for advice. And it's if you go to somebody for advice that has relationship problems, you think they're going to be able to give you good advice? If you have a question about financial issues, are you going to go to somebody who has financial issues? If you want to go to somebody to tell a secret to, or to get advice from something that nobody else knows about, why are you going to go to somebody that tells all everybody's secrets? Why are you going to want to say something when these people gossip? These people judge other people. These people talk about their own friends. Why are you going to go to these people for advice? But I get it. Fucking get it. And it's okay. But it's not okay for these people to see the advantage, the opportunities, and happiness that this person can have from another person or from a new job or a new direction or a direction that they thought they wanted to go in, but then they were misleaded and misguided into another direction because this another person was just like, no, you shouldn't do that. You should do this instead, knowing it's not going to help the person. But what's going to happen is that person is going to be relying on the fucking person that told him what to do because he goes to him for fucking, or her for fucking advice. So this person over here, the good one, thinks that the person that they feel is their rock, family member, friend, coworker, relationship, romantic, it does not matter. If this person looks at this person as, oh, they've always been there for me, they help me with my problems, I'm always with them, I help them do this, I help them do that, and it's like, okay, listen to what you're saying right now. You help them do this, you help them do that. What do they help you with? They give you bad advice to purposely put you in predicaments where you're going to get fucked. Example. This is crazy to me. All right, 11 minutes. I got to timestamp this so I can fucking literally, do this part on its own. Because this is fucking nuts. It's nuts, okay? I don't know if this is how I want to get into it or if I want to start. When you're a jealous person and you're not happy, and you see somebody else that is miserable, just like you feel better watching them be unsuccessful and you be more successful. You like seeing this person fail. You like seeing this person, burn themselves out so they don't have time to do anything for themselves. You like that if you need something, this person will say yes because they look up to you. They trust you, and they don't trust anybody else. So it's like you're their ride or die, yet you're putting them in situations and misleading them to failure. And then they feel like they are failing when it's like, this isn't even where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be over there, and that's why you're failing. Because you have people around you and you're in an environment that is toxic, unhealthy, not loving. Like, it could be loving, obviously, but it could be from a person that does love you, but they don't come with good intentions for you, And it's like, I remember talking to him one day, and it was in the beginning of when I first started talking to him. And he was working 12-hour shifts, and he worked an hour away from work. And I'd be talking to him, and I'd be like, oh, do you want to hang out, blah, blah? And he's like, no, I got to go to blah, blah, blah's house and help him put tile in or whatever. And I was like, why don't you go home? You're fucking tired. And he's like, no, he needs me. He blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, he's a big boy. He can fucking do it by himself. I didn't have the balls to say it back then, but I fucking would now. Actually, I did. I did say that, actually. And then so recently, the reason why we're not talking at all, except for my little fucking things that I've given into, when we weren't talking, the reason was emotionally fulfilling reasons of something that had to do with the death of one of my animals, but also the neglect. It wasn't as bad. It still was bad, but it wasn't as bad. I can give him that. But when you don't know how to have a healthy relationship and you're used to doing the same thing over and over, and it used to help in the before, but now it doesn't because people can change, then you don't know what the fuck to do. And over time, I stopped learning. So I was really into attachment styles, and I was watching stuff on it again, and I was like, fuck. I was like, I already know how to deal with him in a way where he needs somebody to be there to help him deal with him, with his emotions, with his problems, with his insecurities, with his like feelings of, whatever, him being able to be vulnerable with only me, like, and let his feelings out. Like, he says that person is the only one that he can do that with, but it's like, can you say that all the things to him that you would say with me if you let yourself? No, you wouldn't. And this guy, his person knows this and knows that if he needs him, he won't be there anymore. He won't have that person to have that knows, needs acceptance and validation from other people to know that he is loved. And that is okay because of what he has gone through. And it's totally understandable. Totally. I feel bad. Because it's like people are mirrors of yourself. And I told him this. I was like, if you, which he had somebody in mind that he had this against, if you are jealous and don't like seeing somebody that you care for or love being more successful than you, do you like it when you hear that they're like failing? And what was I saying? What was I just saying? If you have a person, I don't remember where I was going with that, but I will go with, I want the best for my friends. I really do. And something happened and I was like dumb fucking founded. Oh, okay. So if you know that, and this person sees that the other person, your person, is growing and evolving and getting more into their power and getting more balanced and not being as toxic and not this and not that, and they're like, what the fuck is going on? And they notice like you're talking to a girl, you're talking to a guy, and you're feeling better about yourself, and you're getting to a place of something that maybe you never did before, and maybe that's exactly what you needed. And then, this other person is like, your person tells other people and confides in other people and lies and twists the situation around, especially when they're having to take accountability for a problem or conflict that they did. They turn it around to make it look like it's you, so they get the validation of it pretty much being you and they did nothing wrong. So you're the problem, right? So then you ask for advice from these people. They don't know the truth. So they're going to go by what you have told them and also on top of what they need to tell you to make you stuck and not go back and work it out. I'm serious. So, and it's kind of their fault. Like, they're telling lies and they're telling other people. And, because again, if you're indecisive, usually it's because everybody made decisions for you. So now you don't know what decision to go to. But in my experience that I realized, I was always sent down the wrong road. So it's like when I know I'm supposed to go down that road because that's the right road and that's the left road of where I used to go because I was forced to go down there, but I know it's not the right one. So I should go to the right one. And I don't know what to do. And that's like, it's like, should I stay or should I go with this person? You should go. I'm going to stay. Like, I'm going to still wait. I'm going to still give him a chance. No. But it was good because I was focusing on myself while he was gone, still caring about him, not having sex, which was such a good thing for me. But then he comes back and then it's like, 2 times ago I tried not doing it. 2 times. Which is fucking crazy. Especially like how far apart they were. But the last time he had messaged me was something happened. And when he has nobody else, he goes to me. But you have to look at it as, in certain situations, like something like that, when you don't have anybody else, you go to the person that you know always has your back. Right? Because if you don't have your family and friends to be there to help you, to give a fuck, to pick up their phone, at 3 a.m. for you, and they don't, but there's this one person in the background you don't pay attention to, you don't prioritize, but they will always be there. And that is the problem. They always think you'll be there. So something really bad actually happened to him. For the first time, something really actually bad. And he needed me. And I blocked him because of what happened, which is what I'm going to go through, because it's fucking ridiculous. And I can't believe his cousin did this. And I can't believe that's the person he confides in the most, through the ability that he knows how to with another person, especially when it comes to expression and vulnerability. And this person is guiding him away from happiness and success for his own agenda, for his own hidden agenda, for his own insecurities, for his own benefit. Because if my person, I'm just going to say mine, whatever. If my person comes to me, he's not going to him anymore. It's fucked up because it's a guy. It's not even like it's a girl. Unless it really is a girl situation, but I really don't think it is. I really don't. Like, I have this huge fucking headboard. I've done this twice with him. I have this huge fucking headboard in my apartment that I need to get out. It's fucking so heavy. I need help doing it, right? So, I said something to him about, yeah, I'd love you more, kidding, if you were here to help me do this. And he's like, whatever. So, but then he ended actually coming over. And I didn't even ask. I didn't even ask. So later on, a couple days later, I'm like saying something about it. And he's like, he sends me a picture of him like putting together, I don't know if it was like convenient, like what is the thing that like a TV would go on, or a cabinet or something, fucking shelves or something. I don't fucking care. The fact is, he was fucking putting something together. And when he was on the phone with me, he was like, oh, you want me to go make them pizza? And I'm like, oh, that's cute, but he was told to do it. So I don't know if he was being taken advantage of because the other people didn't want to do it, or they actually needed help, but they still, I don't know. I don't know what was going on, but I heard that and I was like, he's on the phone with me. And when he was at my house the last time, his cousin was bothering him the entire time. So he would be distracted to not spend quality actual time with me. And when I called him, he said he'd call me back. Now, I don't know if he actually really wasn't, because we've had issues with that before, but we weren't having issues at that time. So I also don't know if he also got distracted to build this fucking thing, and he just didn't think to call me and do that because he doesn't normally, and it was like working on shit. So when you don't know what to do and you're not used to it, you do what you're not, you know what I mean? So I'm not even like mad at him for it. I'm not anything about it, honestly. I was disappointed more than mad even when it did happen. But looking back, it could have really, it's still his fault, but it could have been triggered by another person. You know what I mean? So, I'm going to stop this and start.